there are three phases to blocking, whether it's run or pass. And on this tape, we're going to deal with run blocking. The three phases are approach, contact, and follow through. And you'll see here as we go through our teach progression, these drills on the tape here are in exactly the same order that we do them in practice. We handle the follow through part of the block first. The first drill, fit and walk, we fit the offensive lineman into the defender in the body position that we were looking for at all times. And you'll see it right here as I freeze the tape. Feet outside the hips, knees inside the ankles, knees over toes, chest out, butt out. And in here, because we're fit into the defender, we've got our hands on the defender's chest plate with our thumbs up, elbows in. And that's the position we're looking for to start every drill. Any kind of fit drill we do, that's the perfect position for a lineman. And what we're going to do is walk the defender right down the line or the board, however you want to do this drill. And our stride length should be heel replaces toe. We want very small steps. Keeping our knees inside our ankles. We'll keep the weight on our insteps or the inside part of our shoe as we go heel replaces toe. And the last piece of the puzzle is to lift the defender. We want to finish with our hands over our head. That will create maximum control of the block. You don't want to extend your arms. You're going to see one of the players here do that. All that does is create forward lean and lack of body control. So again, feet outside the hips, knees inside the ankles, knees over toes, chest out, butt out, hands are on the defender, thumbs up, elbows in, and we're going to lift and go heel replaces toe all the way down the board. So I'm just going to let this run here with these different players so that you, in your meetings, staff rooms, can rewind this at your own will. We brought Mike back here because he was pushing with his hands instead of lifting. Finish with your hands over your head. The next drill in our teaching progression, again, still deals with the follow-through phase of blocking, is fit and weave. Very similar drill to the one you just watched, except now you're going to see we'll be at the top of the boards, and the defender has the ability to move side to side 1 yard either way. That's it. And as the offensive player, we want to keep the weight on our insteps by keeping our knees inside of our ankles and driving forward. Heel replaces toe. But now we want to stay in front of the defender as we're driving him. Okay. A key mistake that younger players make when they do this drill is that as soon as the defender starts moving side to side, they stop pressing forward. So, again, you want to keep the defender covered up, but at the same time press forward. You don't want to turn this into a mirror drill. Again, we're still talking about run blocking and moving defenders off the line of scrimmage. Again, I'll let this run. Should still be trying to finish with our hands over our head. Keep lifting. That player guessed. That's why his feet looked out of whack in the beginning. Next drill in the progression is reach and cover. Now we won't fit the lineman in down the middle of the defender. We'll fit the lineman in on the play side number, and we will work to reach the defender, again taking small steps and working to clear our hips through the play side gap. You'll notice that as the offensive players get the defender reached, they free up their play side hand so that their shoulders don't turn back to the inside. Again, you have the ability to rewind this in your offices. Work to clear your hips. Here you get to see how we practice in larger groups. We've got 4 lines set up here: right tackles, right guards, left tackles. And you'll see the right tackles are working to clear their hips. The right tackles and right guards are working to clear their hips to the right. Left guards and left tackles are working to clear their hips to the left. The centers go in the middle 2 lines, and every time they go, they switch. So the centers work both ways. No reason why you can't set up the fit and walk and fit and weave drills in the same manner. So he didn't free up his left hand, he got turned. That's what we're trying to avoid. Small steps so your feet don't cross over. Work to clear your hips. Again, your stride length should never be any more than heel replaces toe. All those things will stay consistent throughout the teaching. Now we're going to move from the follow-through phase of blocking to the contact phase with our punch progression. We break down our punch progression into two segments, the first of which will pull our elbows to our ribs, the second of which will drive the palms of our hands to the breastplate of the defender with our thumbs up, elbows in. Again, thumbs up will keep your elbows in. If your elbows are in, then your thumbs are up. It works both ways. So you see here they're going to get warmed up here a little bit. Then we'll get them on the same page here in a second. I give two commands when we do this drill. All right, here we go. I want their hands on the top of their knees. 1, 2. So we break the drill down into two segments. 1, 2. All right, that's the first way we do it. I think we're going to show it from the same drill from the side now, different angle. As they strike the defender, they should be lifting. Here's a guy with a little hamstring problem. We left that on there. Figured you guys would like that. Got a replacement? Everybody's replaceable. Here we go. And now we're going to do it without the pause. All right, I'll bring that one back. So this is now from stance to target without the stance. So we're pulling the elbows to the ribs, and we're shooting the hands forward. We're going to see these guys from the side. These two guys do a really good job. Again, now we don't have the pause. Okay, the second part of the teaching, the contact phase. Trying to teach the blockers to whip their arms. Elbows to the ribs, shoot your hands to the breastplate of the defender. You can line this drill up with as many players as you feel necessary at a time to keep your practice moving along. Again, we do the fit drills first to set the tempo of practice. Then we come back and do the contact phase. Now we're going to move into stance. When you're teaching stance, I think you can break it down into 4 very easy steps. Set your feet, forearms on your thighs, chest out, butt out, hand down, eyes up. And you can drill it in those 4 segments, and we'll talk about all those as we go through here with stance. And you're going to see these guys from both angles. We play with a toe instep stagger. Post foot, or our foot nearest the ball, is up. Our kick foot, or our foot furthest from the ball, is back, with our back foot being aligned, toes to the instep of our post foot. All right, we want width slightly wider than our hips, so it's not as wide as the other drills because we're in our stance and we want to be coiled like a snake. You'll see here we've got their feet set. We've got them down in their stance. The hand that goes down should go down slightly inside of the foot to that side. The other hand, or the off hand, should have the inside of the forearm on the outside of the knee. Again, that's just to keep your knees locked in and coiled. And we don't put any pressure on our hands. Depending on the offense you're in, the more straight ahead, straight line blocking you're going to do, the more advantageous it is for you to put weight on your hands. For us, it's not. Again, set your feet, forearms on your thighs, chest out, butt out, hand down, eyes up. And that will give you a coiled stance. Again, not comfortable, not uncomfortable, but coiled. Our centers, you'll see a center coming up here on the right, play with a balanced stance. So they don't have a stagger. Their toes are parallel. We'll get him back on the screen. There he goes. No difference with the offhand, whether you're the center,